Hello, YouTube. Welcome to session 2 of. What did I name this?
What
I,
named it?
I don't even remember what I named it. Oh my god, I'm such a bad YouTuber. Um, I did come up with a name. Um, The Knights of Dawn, episode 2 of The Knights of Dawn. There we go. Okay, cool. Um, yes. The party gathered to the orientation of their first year at the Nebilian Magic Knight Academy, where they finally get to meet their teammates for the rest of their school career. This year's new members totaled 32, making up 8 teams of 4 individuals. The party met each other when they were chosen to be the members of Team 7. Uh, Yet to come up with a name during their Team 7 having yet to come up with a name for their team yet. Uh, During the orientation, the senior members of the academy were performing and putting on a show for the new recruits. Um, when a Rixtian abomination bear creature burst onto the stage and wounded several of the performers and sent the crowd and the performers scattered. The party decided to intervene and protect the wounded fellow knights, while the rest evacuated. After defeating the bear, the party was told to report to one of the teachers, Professor Trotsky, for a specific work request on the morrow. After which they headed and spent the evening in their dorm room, talking about themselves and getting to know one another. Unfortunately, our sound was screwed up last session, so you only got to hear my awful voice.
I love your voice.
I know. But it's boring when it's just me talking to everyone and no one else can be heard.
Yeah, and you were doing the I'm not gonna talk, I'm gonna let you guys play thing.
Yes, I
Oh,
did.
so I like that. Good airtime.
I like to let you guys roleplay and
No, it's good, but when the audio doesn't work, there's a lot of silence.
Exactly.
So yes, you guys are wake up on the first of Pyces, and your first official day as members of the academy.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Sid.
How are
So
we
you
all
think-
doing today?
We're all still here. I think we're doing all right. Yeah.
All still here? Were you worried we're going to disappear or something?
You never know.
Never know.
You think today will be as exciting as yesterday?
Goodness, I certainly hope so. I mean, maybe slightly less dangerous, but exciting for sure. I wonder if it's just going to be orientation day where we get syllabuses. Though I do recall we were actually asked to meet a specific professor today. Pulls out our little notebook. Professor Trotsky, I believe. If you're talking, Asuna, I can't hear you very well.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking.
Okay,
I was deep in thought.
gotcha.
Well, I guess we should. Why don't we head out? Make sure we have everything, and let's go. Unless anybody has anything.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, no, I'm good to head out.
Sassy will begin to lift up her bed to put the whatever's left of the dankweed under, and then she'll kind of like stop, and there'll be like a stiff shake, and then she'll go to put it back in the secret place, and then she'll just kind of like stiffly do a thumbs up to you guys, like, correct?
I respond with a thumbs up. Correct,
Ah.
for sure.
So good, Sassy.
Most excellent. She'll just be ready to go.
All right. Does anybody know the way to this professor's office?
I imagine we just ask, right?
I believe we were given directions. I remember asking specifically for directions.
Who needs directions?
Me.
Ah, most people actually depend on directions.
Can be helpful.
Okay. Yeah. No, the professor did tell you the direction and where they could be found.
I suppose we making our way.
Lead the way, Sid.
I lead the way
Okay.
with the utmost confidence.
Yeah. So you travel to the as you've begun traveling to school, you notice that there's several different like sections that all kind of like specialize in different types of magic. This specific professor is in the druidic area. As you begin to move through, you begin to notice that it's more of a swampy type area with like bridges and like floating platforms that you're walking across to one of the buildings that is actually made out of a large, basically a very large swamp tree. They have a doorway molded into it, and you can see windows and lights all the way up it, and the little knot holes and everywhere all around the tree.
Well, that's a beautiful sight.
It is. Alright, now where to?
Probably inside, I suppose.
Well, that was interesting.
It's just the other students in the background.
Yeah, we'll just ignore them for now. Alright, let's go inside.
Okay, you guys enter into it, and you notice that there's lots of animals and other like little like elementals and stuff. It's very, very nature. There's lots of different teachers and staff members that are all tending and working on magic and stuff. That is all seems to be pretty druidic in nature.
Ah, companions. Are these for meat or milk?
The animals here?
Yes.
I don't know.
I mean, I imagine you could milk them.
I mean, presumably. I just spilled stuff all over me.
Oh no.
Is it milk?
I don't know. Go ask him.
Know what you spilled.
Oh no, it was water.
Must be what they're milking from the water elemental.
I mean, that seems fair. I don't know why this has decided it suddenly wants to start leaking. Yeah, we will go find Professor Trotsky.
Okay. Yeah, it takes you probably like 30 minutes of wandering around before you see the professor's name plastered up on a plaque above the doorway. And you enter in, and they're just sitting at their desk, kind of going over paperworks and scrolls and stuff. When they see you come in, goes, Team 7, was it? Yes?
Yes.
That
Until we
would be
come up
us.
with a better name.
It's fine. It usually takes some of the new recruits a couple weeks to figure out what they would like to name themselves. Getting to know each other, and it's part of the thing, because once you graduate from here, your squad will be officially named and such. But it's kind of a rite of passage, learning your name, designing it. If you ever decide to change it, just let your professors know, and we can have it updated in the system. Because whatever you pick by the end of your career here will most likely be your group's forever name. So
No pressure.
it just makes it easier. But yes, what I had asked you here for, after last night's display, I was rather impressed by how you dealt with that Rixtian abomination. There's been some strange activity in the past weeks. Other abominations and beasts have been wandering where they shouldn't.
Do you know where the source of these abominations might be coming from?
We have an idea. I have not gone to investigate. I'm obviously very busy, but this would be a
Field trip?
a great opportunity to test you guys in the field. You seem pretty capable, so I'm not too worried about that. But actual field work is always expected of knights, so why not get you going your first day? And she shuffles through some papers and pulls out a scroll, and she lays it out in front of you. And you see that it's a map of the area.
Ooh.
She points at the tree in the center of the map. She's like, "This is the where we are currently. This is the druids building. I believe, based on the displacement and where things seem to be wandering from, that it is somewhere around here." And she points to the map off to the west, and she's like, there's several well springs in this area, and my guess is that one of the well springs has become tainted with Rixtian affliction. And cleansing it would most likely solve our issues.
How do we clean or cleanse said thingamabob?
She'll be like, "Good question," and she reaches down and she pulls out a small little like bag, and she flips it open, and inside there's 2 vials. She's like, "These are specially prepared potions, and they have they're similar to holy water. If I assume you're familiar with that. but they're prepared to specifically cleanse the Rixtian affliction.
Interesting.
They're very
So-
expensive and very hard to make. So
So is the rift supposed to like eat it up, or we like dump it on the rift? Like, how are we gonna administer this potion?
well, the
And how will we identify the actual affliction?
The affliction will most likely be visible by the water being filled with a black ichor.
With a black ichor?
Yes.
Okay.
That's usually how it manifests. There will most likely be large creatures usually tend to protect the well springs. Especially if it's afflicted, it'll be extremely hostile.
So large creature, not giant creature, so manageable.
Yes, should be. But you guys took down that abomination bear last night, and nothing.
I look at the others. I'm like, she kind of hesitated there.
I don't know. Maybe she's just not very smooth with words.
Perhaps should we prepare wills for an early departure?
I feel like that was already a requirement for signing up for the school. Should have been.
No, I didn't get any bad omens. I think we'll be fine.
I will put some paper back from nowhere. I'll just slide it back away.
I have the utmost confidence that we'll be able to manage any monsters we find and cleanse this pool. It sounds you said basically pool of black ichor or ichor.
Yes.
Do we just pour the potion into the ichor?
Yes. Wherever you need to make sure you pour it at the source. You're not pouring it at the outskirts will cleanse it temporarily, but if it does not get into the source, then it will not deal with the problem.
Alex.
It'll be
Will we need both?
It'll be a
Vials?
bandage on something that needs to be cut off.
Will we need both vials to successfully clear the taint?
You should only need one, but we have two, so just in case something happens, having a secondary vial.
Is there a way to gather any equipment before we leave? I have a few spells that require certain components. I would like to make sure I am well equipped.
As long as it's under 100 gold value, basically, you should be able to find anything you need here in the tree.
Would you have a pearl for identify?
Yes, there would definitely be a pearl for that.
Excellent. And out of character question, DM, did we have any starting money? Because I only have 5 gold. I can't get anything with that.
We'll say you guys have 100 gold each, just to stay.
DM,
Yes.
can I talk to you really quick in whispers?
Sure. Let's jump over.
Okay, let me go back.
Hello.
Oh, okay. Would I have 100 gold too?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wasn't sure whether I would have more because of my dad or...
100 gold is quite a bit for a normal person. So.
Okay. Okay. All right.
He probably, there's a good chance that he'll probably send you more gold as time goes, but or he just might have a savings for you for when you return.
That's true. Okay.
So, yep. Anything else?
I had something and then I forgot it. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Need components.
Is there a need to collect a specimen of the ichor?
Oh, that's a good question. Hello.
They kind of like think for a second and be like, they'll be like, no, if it is just the if it is just the Rixtian affliction, there's no need. Wouldn't want to risk it spreading by accidentally losing the vial.
Ah. Understood. So, in the words of the many, kill it with fire.
I like fire.
She kind of smiles a little bit.
I'll have like one finger and it'll like light up and then I'll just like blow it out. Like all cool like.
I approve of this. So, can you mark on the world map, sir, whereabouts we are talking, if it's any amount of travel, or is it just like right outside
It's
Pavilion?
literally just basically the school is just basically just outside the city.
Gotcha.
Let me see. Do I have? No, I don't have a token for you guys, unfortunately. Yet. It's been a very, very busy month. Sorry.
Yeah. It's the last week of school and people are freaking crazy.
People have been insane this last couple weeks, and I don't know what's going on. Like, people are losing their minds. But yes. So like basically, according to the map and based on the travel that you can see from the buildings of the school, it'll probably take you an hour or two to get there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not bad. Excellent. So we go there, we identify the actual source of the corruption, deal with any monsters that we see along the way, and apply the potion, at least one. The second one is emergency in case something else happens. And once everything is done, we simply return here, correct?
Correct.
Seems simple enough. Anybody have any questions before we leave?
Nope.
Excellent. I would like to stop by and pick up a pearl before we leave.
Yeah,
And then I do that.
shopping episode.
We don't have to do a shopping. It literally, I've already added it to my inventory instead of the 100 gold.
Well, I would like to see where I'm
Always works out for everybody.
I mean, if other people also want to do shopping, that's fine. But we don't have to do an entire shopping scene just for me grabbing a pearl.
And then, I think you said
Where's our starting point? Is it like in the center of the map?
What is it?
Where are we physically on the map?
Here, let me make a token real quick.
Yeah, we're currently right about the exact center. If I.
Oh wait, no, I lied. The kids can't have a polo because they've come for free sun, so they do
Oh,
not
I
get
found us. Cool.
polo next week. Also, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, close
you're
enough.
looking around on the map. I see.
Yeah. Exactly.
Alright, I'll let the kids know. I'm gonna get Quilton and get in the shower now. But
Hey, Cedreo, we got a lot of background coming in from you. I don't know. Just saying. Sorry.
I muted.
I appreciate it. Yeah, do we need to do anything else before we head on our quest?
I don't think so. Unless you guys have something else.
I will say a quick prayer and just give us soul's blessing. Alright, I'm ready.
I am mage armor. Which also gives me my abjuration shield.
Cool. Come on, good size, good size. That's good size.
And we make our way.
Yep.
That's correct, then.
Here, we'll drop this here.
Oh, not even that far.
Ooh.
There we go.
Oh,
Now you guys are like literally, the school's like right there. You're not even leaving the same hex.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, I think I know what I want to get. Oh well.
For shopping shenanigans?
Yeah.
No, I don't want that.
Do it. What you want?
I wanted to get some kind of Nah, I gotta think on it more. It's fine. I think I'll probably get like a diamond if possible. I don't know if it is, but
Cool. If you have enough to buy a diamond, then sure. I don't think you have enough though, right? Or how expensive a diamond do you need?
That's the big question.
yeah, I'm not sure. It's fine. I gotta think on it more.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So let's just say we have the montage of traveling a little bit. So you guys can add yourself at the bottom of the map.
Oh, okay.
Ta-da!
Oop, too close. Oh, wrong tool. That's why I can't move.
Y'all there?
Two of us are here.
I'm
Everybody's
I'm
here.
here.
Did you drop your token on the map yet?
Oh. Let me
Bottom
find-
middle.
Bottom middle.
Mhm.
There you go. Still need Sassy.
Yep, working on it. Only one screen.
Oh man, sorry.
Gesundheit.
Ellen has one screen too. Right?
I mean, I'm cheating and using my phone as well.
Knew it. How dare you?
Because if I try to run Discord and Roll20 at the same time, there's weird distortion that starts happening.
Oh, okay.
Mm. Oh, you're on your little Chromebook, right?
Yeah. It's comically underpowered.
Yeah. Like, it works for just, like, normal, but, like, yeah, when you start getting too much. Okay. Okay. So you guys enter into this area that was marked on the map. You definitely recall it because you notice that there's a couple shacks and buildings that were marked on the map, and you see them here. And you know that the wellspring is supposed to be beyond them.
Beyond the little houses?
Mm-hmm.
How deep is this water? Do we know?
You've been traveling through the waters. It doesn't go as far as you can tell. It's there. It's like swampy water, so it's really like it's pretty shallow, but it's like muddy.
Cool. Just as a heads up for the people who you guys would know this by now. I have shape water cantrip, so I can help keep the water, like, make traveling through the water slightly easier.
Nice.
Yeah, that won't save with the mud though.
Not so much, but it will at least. It's a little bit. It's a little bit of something. Actually, probably what I would end up doing is just freezing 5-foot cubes, and we can just walk over the ice, and then just let it melt. Yeah. I suppose we head forward. Do we see any, keeping an eye out for any hostiles, of course.
You don't seem to notice anyone as you are traveling so far.
Oh, what was that?
Is that a fallen over tree?
Yeah, is that a tree that's recently fallen over?
Let's go take a look.
Do 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 do. Walk in that direction. DM, I think we would like to investigate this tree.
Give me just a second. I got a direct message I need to answer real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so you guys are investigating this tree.
Yes.
It appears that it has just fallen over, but there appears to be some kind of, like, a den underneath it.
Interesting. Does
Does it look like they've used it as an exit?
And does it seem natural or just like something weird going on kind of thing?
It looks like it was some kind of creature lives or lived in here. You would need to make a survival check to see.
Can I find a little pebble or a rock?
Yeah.
It looks a lot. I grab one, and I cast light on it, and I toss it right in that little den hole area.
Okay. It goes down a little bit. You can tell that it definitely has been dug out under here. But there does not appear to be anything home right now.
Okay.
Or it hasn't moved if it is.
Peer in.
Okay. Well,
Oh well. All right.
think we keep moving ahead. We're going to have to cross the water to get over to the little shacks, but I would like to investigate them unless anyone has any objections.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to cross the water no matter what. So
True.
yeah, let's go take a look at those shacks.
I'm gonna using shape water. I'm gonna create a path of ice. I'll do it about like. Ignore the fact that this is terrible, but that's a path of ice now.
Okay.
It's also above all of our character tokens.
Oh my god. Okay.
What?
Nothing. Nothing. I'm good. I'm good. I just figured something out and I'm very happy with myself.
You gonna move your token at all and join us?
Yes.
As you guys get onto this area, you notice that there was a fire here not too long ago. It seems like someone has been here recently. It's just like there's a cooking pot with some fresh moldy food in it.
Ugh.
Fresh moldy food?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not
Freshly
old.
molded.
It's not old mold. It's newer mold,
Gotcha.
and it's very evident that this was recent, not in like extended period of time.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go over to the first hut, I guess. I looked through. Are there any windows, or is it just like a door? Like, describe, please.
It's a little workshop actually.
Interesting.
There's like a bunch of like alchemic stuff on the tables. It looks like most of the stuff is just like the standard stuff to run a lab. Should someone come out here to study, it's a facility. But it's
Like
not.
an annex.
Yeah, it's not stocked at the moment, except with like utensils basically and like equipment.
Okay. Let's go up to the northern section. Same with this one.
Yes, it's very much similar.
Okay. As I was walking in about this area, glancing over that direction, what is that?
You kind of look over that way, and as you kind of move, you careen around that tree there, and you see a bubbling. Basically, it looks like there's water rising up from a spot in the ground, and inside it, you see a black ichor spreading.
Oh, I think that might be what we're looking for.
But there's supposed to be a creature.
They said it was potentially a creature, but I would definitely keep your eye out just in case.
Let's check the water. I didn't say what type of creature.
Oh? True. I have created a new ice path.
Okay. You all going over there?
Is the water here murky?
It is very swampy water, so yeah, it's not clear water.
How quickly is this ichor spreading?
As you get closer, you see that it looks like it almost looks like the ichor is actually like tendrils that are just kind of like they're a plant almost, or like an octopus tentacles, and they're just kind of like reaching out and spreading from the source, and they stretch out, and they almost like they're flowing in the water. Like it looks like it's an object, but you can tell by the way that it moves and everything that it's not necessarily an object kind of thing.
Okay.
Like cloth
And-
almost in a stream.
Anybody else noticing we're missing some sort of big creature?
Yeah, I was just saying that.
Yeah.
It
Also,
could be around. It could be in the water.
Dan, this plot of grassy area has a lot of extra texture on it that the other grassy areas don't have. Is that a thing, or is that just because of
That's just
the
the
map?
texture, I think. Yeah.
Okay. They did say that there might be a creature, though I have to admit I am a bit concerned. Hmm. Well, I mean, I suppose my guess is we're going to dump the stuff into the thing, and it is going to agitate whatever is in the area, and then it will attack us. That's my guess. Anyone here good at swimming?
I mean, I'm not bad at it, but I imagine one of you probably is better.
I think I could do some swimming.
Because I sink like a rock in water, turns out.
I mean, I'm not much lighter unless I take my armor off, and I'd rather not do that with the possible danger of a big creature.
Okay. Well, let's see what I can do here. I'm gonna use shape water and try and basically create not quite a whirlpool, but like a hole in the water right over where the ichor is.
Okay.
Does it seem to work well enough?
So, yeah, you reach out. Is it a 30-foot?
I'm looking 1 sec. Yep, 30 foot.
Okay. You reach out and you cast the spell, and the water spreads apart.
Cool.
The ichor. You watch as the ichor is not affected by your spell. So, like, one of the tendrils actually reaches through the gap.
Okay.
And is kind of, like, suspended in the air, in a way. And you watch as it does that, it begins to, like, drip. Like it's, like, melting almost. But a second later, you watch as a very large scorpion type monster bursts up out of the water and
See, I told you it was in the water.
begins to come at you guys. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
And that's why we do things from a distance. Dun
Exactly.
dun 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 dun.
Oh, I just realized
bum.
that I did not refresh my page. Damn it.
Oh, I did the thing again.
You didn't select your token.
Oh, wait. How did it show up?
Roll.
Apparently you were selected.
Good on me.
Ooh.
There we go.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm going to go
wow.
grab something. Oh, wait. You know what? I might be fine. I got one right here. Green. Okay.
Is that everyone in? Okay. Okay. So, Are you two back on the other island?
Yeah, I'm on the other island.
Okay. Okay.
I would be too.
Okay. And Suno, you're up first. The scorpion has burst up and has begun to start to climb up onto the island.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just it's like, well, this looks like a creature. I'm gonna blast it. Let's see. I am going to hit it with a lovely scorching ray. 3 rays. Okay.
Pew pew pew.
So this is the first ray.
17.
Yeah, that will hit.
Okay, damage. Okay.
Nice.
Second ray. Okay. And third and final ray.
That one will miss.
Okay. So 17 fire damage.
Cool, cool. Okay. Are you anything else on your turn?
I have get my shield ready, and I'm ready if it comes running over at me.
Okay.
What? What about it?
Okay. Sassy, you're up next.
Oh, me. I'm still getting used to that name. Sorry.
You're fine.
Okay. I want to use my new move. But would she use it just yet?
Ooh.
No, I shall save it for a special moment. I need to be able to touch him to do that. I could do that. Okay. Why don't I do that? I'll do that. I'm going to try and hit them with a ray of sickness.
Does 14 hit?
14 does not hit.
I had a feeling. Okay. That is my turn. I have a clog in my arm again, and I'm just hitting it.
Oh.
BRB. I got aggro and bio break.
Okay.
When it gets to my turn, text me. My phone is displayed off.
Are you okay? Are you going to bed? Okay. So that means it is Silas's turn. Are you still muted, Silas?
Yeah, sorry.
You're okay.
So I am moving up across the ice bridge, and I will attack.
You'll attack. Brr.
I believe a 14 did not hit.
14 will not hit, no.
Oh.
Okay.
Is that your
and-
turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. Okay, that will then mean it's its turn. Let me open open this up here. Refresh my page. Okay. It makes 3 attacks. So it will. All of them are 5 feet, so they're all going to be going at Silas. So a claw, and a stake. 17, 9, and 5.
All miss.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Thank you, boy.
Okay. That's the end of his turn. Sid.
Excellent. I'm gonna put a bonfire under his butt. So there's a bonfire. Bring him out there.
Okay.
He needs to make a dexterity saving throw. For 1 damage if he fails.
That's a fail.
Hey, he failed! He took a damage!
Woo!
But that'll just stay there, and I can do other stuff later. It also... A creature must also make the saving throw when it moves into the bonfire space or end its turn there. So it takes it immediately, and then it will continue to take damage if it doesn't move. Or maybe take damage. And it ignites things. And that is my action. I don't think I have a bonus action. I don't have a... Well, I do, but I'm not going to use that. That is my turn.
Okay. Okay. That means it's back to Ensuno.
All right. Let's see. What can I do here? Yeah, it seems like it's a little tough.
Help real quick to.
I am going to. Noticing that some people didn't do so well on hitting, I am going to cover it with fairy fire.
Yes. Oh, I gotta mark concentration.
So it's a dexterity DC 14 save. Otherwise, if it fails, we all have advantage to hit it.
Okay, dexterity.
Oh
16.
man,
Oh no.
It makes it then?
Yeah.
Yep.
I made it.
That was like a 20 by 20, right? That spell? Yeah, 20-foot cube. So,
Yeah.
if there's anything else on the map, DM,
That we can see, it should. It also has to save.
Okay.
Nothing.
I don't know if there is, I'm just, paranoid.
You're paranoid. That's why we have these spells like that.
Oh.
And that was an action. Don't have any bonus action. Blah blah. Oh, do I have anything else? Let me check real quick. I don't think so.
Okay.
No. Okay, no, that's all I got.
Okay. Sorry, I'm
Trying to
doing-
make it easier. It's alright.
No, you're fine. I'm trying to do like a million things at once to make sure like. Okay. Okay. Sassy, your go.
She might still be AFK. I don't know.
Sassy, your turn. Let me go poke real quick.
I was really hoping that Fairy Fire would stick.
Yeah, it's such a good spell, but unfortunate when they save.
And it gets better, but when you're low level, the save isn't that hard.
Yeah.
Of course, when you get higher level, the monsters have better saves too. So
Yeah.
it usually requires a 1-2 punch of someone messing up their save.
Oh shit! I could have used a reaction in Silvery Barbs. That's okay. Well, I'll save the Silvery Barbs for when he's about to smack someone.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Since I didn't call it out earlier.
Okay. She's on her way back. It'll be just a sec.
Unless, hey DM, would you allow me to use my reaction to Silvery Barbs' saving throw?
Does it say a saving throw?
Yeah, it's any d20 roll.
Why not?
Yeah, let's Silvery Barbs it.
He has to re-roll it.
Yeah,
14.
that still
Ah.
saves. However, I will give the advantage to, is it Silas?
Yeah.
Silas. I'll give advantage to Silas. He has advantage on his next hit.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. See, that's one of the things, the best thing about Silvery Barbs is even if it doesn't, even if the re-roll of the d20 doesn't work for whatever reason,
Still.
giving someone else advantage is just fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a help action as a reaction plus more.
Yeah. Nah, it's pretty cool.
It's such a good spell. And, I get a mark it is used. And I, apparently marking it as used, reread it out, but yeah. I can also, I get it once a day for free, and then I can use spell slots if I need to do it more.
Nice. Sweet. Okay. Cool. Gross. This should be interesting.
No yawning.
Sorry. I've been awake since 4 a.m.
No naps today?
I got like a short nap. I was kind of conscious for most of it. So I was doing that like I'm laying down but I fading in and out kind of nap.
Mm-hmm.
Still getting rest, but not like proper sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's part of why I was like, it's not as hot today. I'm gonna do a little bit of yard work, and then I'm gonna crash like a rock tonight. You back?
Yes, I am
Cool.
back.
It is your turn.
Welcome back.
Okay. So
There is a fire underneath him, and he has been hit with fire, and I don't think anybody else has hit him, though, right? Yes.
I believe so.
Lots of fire.
Yeah.
Rawr.
okay. Oh my god. I'm good. I'm good. Would I do this?
So, now that you guys have had a second to, like, look at it, while you figure out what you're doing, I'm going to
Yeah.
describe a little bit. The Scorpion actually looks pretty normal to you guys at this moment. It looks like just a very large scorpion, and which is strange. Knowing
'Cause it-
the effects of Rixtian affliction.
Interesting. Because it usually turns them into like monstrosity style. Are we talking like eldritch corruption?
Kind of, yes. Abomination, monstrosities, things like that.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Alright.
moving up?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll move up. And then I think I'm gonna Sorry, I'm trying to fix something.
You're okay.
Still getting the hang of Artificer.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of little nuts and bolts.
Yeah. And I'm learning that I can do all these cool things, but I can't keep them. Very much a share thing. Which makes
You
sense.
can keep all the stuff, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I can't whatchamahoochie them. I can't attune all of them.
As you get levels in Artificer, you'll be able to attune to more objects than a normal person. I think you gain extra, like, 2 or 3 slots as you level up. Attunement slots.
It's true. Twice as many attunement slots as anybody else.
Okay.
I don't know when you get your first extra level of attunement.
So you can make things and it can be on borrow until you get more attunement slots.
Yeah. I had just set up a thing and I don't know if I'll be able to utilize it properly. Okay, I guess I should go. I'm using up all the time.
You get magic item added at level 10, by the way. I realized I said that while I was muted.
Oh.
I don't know how long I've been muted.
What you thinking, Sassy?
Oh, I don't have to attune to that.
Yeah, there are items you have to attune to as well.
Oh, that's interesting.
What you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm going to throw something at it.
Okay.
And it gets a +1 on top of my dex because of the infusion.
Oh, okay.
So instead it's a +2.
Did you have a +1 dex?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
roll a. Yeah.
I found another weapon that is the same, like
Stuff I
dice
told you?
roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm just gonna do that.
That is a.
Sassy's going to look a little defeatedly at like her hand, and she's gonna reach behind her, and she's going to be like, "Have some pot," and then she's going to throw a pot at it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's another 14.
Oh.
So.
Wait, but is that +2 or is that only +1? Maybe it's 15.
No, that's the 10 + 4.
Yeah,
That's the hit.
Okay.
So yeah, so you throw the pot, and it kind of pings off of the carapace, and then you have that one infusion that you sent me the message about, right?
Yeah.
So you all of a sudden watch as it is about to careen into the water, when all of a sudden it stops, and you just watch as it swings, zips right back to Sassy's hand.
And
Like Thor's
That's
hammer
it.
style?
Yes.
yeah.
Is it a cooking pot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's my favorite. I love it.
She's like, my pot didn't work.
Okay.
That's
Anything else, Sassy?
I only have one attack
Okay.
per turn. So I can't do spells too, right? I know I've asked this a million times, but it's
Yeah,
only one attack or one spell,
Yeah.
right?
Unless
Yeah,
it's a bonus action spell.
Also, you're an alchemist, right?
Yes.
Did you every day you get to roll an alchemist elixir? Did you do that today?
I do?
Yeah. When you finish a long rest, you magically produce an elixir. There's a whole table for it.
There is.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where
So
is-
you might have a spare potion that you're not aware of. You get options of swiftness, healing, resilience, boldness, flight, or transformation. And you
Oh.
don't have to be the one to use it. So if someone else needs healing, you can use it to heal them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Could I roll that really quick,
Yeah.
DM?
Go for it. You would have.
Yeah.
You would have prepared it. I
Yeah,
gave you guys time before. You guys took the time to do stuff before you headed out.
Yeah.
I would have.
This
Okay.
is still second session with your characters, so.
New character, who dis?
What do I roll?
Roll 1d6. And I'll tell you what the answer, what it is, because I have the chart pulled up.
Do-do-do.
1. I'm just not rolling well tonight.
That created a healing potion. The drinker regains a number of hit points equal to 2d4 plus your intelligence modifier.
Okay. I'll just add that to my inventory then.
Yeah.
So, what's your
they're
intelligence
m-
modifier, just so I know, Sassy?
It's a +4.
Okay, so 2d4 plus 4, whoever drinks that potion.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm assuming you're done?
Yeah, that's all I can do. Thank you, by the way.
If you
And,
look under features and traits, it's under the experimental elixir.
Okay.
Just if you want to read it.
Thank you.
Okay,
Don't forget you have advantage.
Okay.
who, what?
I was just reminding Silas that Silas has advantage.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, Silas, it is your turn now. Oh,
There's that advantage for you.
is that a critical hit?
That is.
does appear to be.
And you're wielding it one-handed, right?
I am, yeah.
Okay, so 18 damage. Why is it on there twice?
Oh, wow. It's the exact same numbers. That's weird.
It just populated it twice. That's weird. Okay, so it's 18 damage. Are you adding anything else to it?
Yeah, I'm gonna use a divine smite. Or, let's see.
That- Definitely seems the right time to do it.
Yeah. Where is it? Nope.
Did that even roll with advantage, or was that just a straight roll and
There
you
was
still
advantage.
It rolled advantage,
See
yeah.
the
crit?
11?
Okay. Oh, I see the 11. It got weirdly truncated because of the formatting.
BRB. Oh, I'm sorry, Mando. Mommy didn't know you were there, okay? Got a really fluffy butt, though.
There it is. Divine smite. One spell slot.
What level are you using?
Just the first.
Okay. So
Ooh,
13.
more.
But
Yeah,
you get to
that's also
double
great.
that. So 2 more d8.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. Ooh, alright.
You just dealt 18 with the slash and 18 with the smite. That's what, 36 damage?
Okay.
It's a
Um,
spicy hit.
So Silas just comes in with his sword and just brings it down on top of him, blasting energy. There's now a giant gash along his back, and from that gash, you begin to see those Rextian tendrils and ichor coming out, reaching out from inside the scorpion.
Hmm.
Anything else, Silas?
As I see the tendrils coming out, I say, "It's got worms!"
I don't remember that bear yesterday having these.
Okay. It's its turn, and it does not like that fire, so it's going to shift over this way.
Yeah, I kind of thought it might.
And then, it's very angry at Silas. So it's going to throw all of its attacks at Silas. 1, 2, and 3. They're all gonna fail. Okay. Cool. Okay. Sid, your turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot it with a firebolt.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm just gonna not shoot it with the firebolt.
It goes a little wide.
It do.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm gonna drop concentration on the fire.
Okay.
So that nobody else accidentally walks through it or anything. The shape water, that the blue circle that was over here,
Mm-hmm.
that's not concentration and it lasts for an hour.
Oh, does it?
Correct.
Okay.
Up to an hour. Let's see. Yeah.
Oh, it
Yeah.
specifically says, though, if you cast the spell again, it goes away, right?
If you cast the spell multiple times, you can have no more than 2 of its non-instantaneous effects active. So, the freezing counts as an instantaneous effect that lasts an hour. That has its own separate thing. But, like, the changing the flow, which in this case is I basically created a little, like a whirlpool, but it's not swirling. So that one should just last.
Okay.
And let me relink that so you have the verbiage.
You're fine. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so I flibbed my my firebolt, and that's my turn.
Okay. And Suna.
All right. I am. It looks like it's ready for a little something to knock it out. I am going to try Toll the Dead. Bye, Manny. Try Toll the Dead, and it's like, okay, this disgusting scorpion. I think the bell is tolling for you.
Is it a save?
It's safe.
Wisdom, I believe.
Yes. That was shit damage.
Ooh.
Whatever. It's saved anyway.
Ugh, it's wise.
With how crappy that damage was, I'm happy that it made the save.
Okay. Anything else, Suna?
Nobody's hurt. There's not really any point, so I don't need to use any of my bonus actions for anything. Nope, that's it. I was hoping to get a nice damage roll and it would fail at save, but you know,
Okay.
that's the way. That's the way the die rolls.
Okay. Sassy.
You
It's
go
ready
get
for
in
me.
bed, and I'll be right there. Okay. Oh, okay. It's my turn. Go get in bed, and I'll tuck you in when I'm done. Oh my gosh, was I on this whole time?
You were. That's okay.
Sorry, guys.
We just heard the last little bit, so.
Okay. Apparently, Miss Clark's a bitch. But, anyways. He didn't use those words. Okay. Let's see. Sassy's going to look mildly irritated, and it's in touching range right now, right?
Yeah.
It is.
She's going to she's just going to reach her hand out and just touch it. And she's going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Do we?
Oh god, you gotta be kidding me.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh, but I get it. I also flubbed.
Like, I've been flubbing this entire, like,
Campaign so far.
yeah.
I get it.
Anything else, Sassy?
I can't
No.
do anything.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay.
That's it.
Silas.
Do it, Silas. We believe in you.
Yep. You got this.
Long sword attack.
16 does hit.
Yay.
Yay! 11 damage.
11 damage.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, this still has a little more?
It is still up, yes. It definitely is, like, wavering. Are you all done, Silas?
I am.
Okay.
He's gonna try to flee.
No. You all of a sudden see a little thing pop up out of its carapace and look over at you. It's got an eyeball on the end of it. It's like a little, like, tentacle with an eyeball. Let's roll a d6 here.
I feel beholden.
Silas, make a strength check.
Check or save?
Oh, save, sorry.
Okay.
Is it your save better?
They're both +3.
Okay, we'll just do the 11. So you are pushed directly away 15 feet. And your speed is halved until its next turn.
Okay.
As you're hit with this ray of energy shooting out of the eyeball. Sid.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember that bear yesterday having anything like that, and I am going to attempt to firebolt it. Okay. Firebolting the scorpion. I don't know if the eye and the scorpion are separate, but I'm God fucking damn it! You gotta be fucking kidding me! That's 2 in a row!
Oh no.
Well.
Okay.
Can I use half of my movement to come down here, down here, grab him, and pull him closer? And use, like, all of my movement to move him as forward, just, like,
Get him out of the
one
water.
or two. Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. And that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Ensuno.
Alright. Now there's 2 targets, so now my tactics change just a little bit. I'm going to use a different spell.
Is there 2 targets?
I'm counting that eyeball that's floating out as another target. Maybe it's not. Whatever.
It's coming out of the scorpion's body. So, like, it's from
Okay.
inside.
But be that as it may, I am now going to pull out a slightly bigger stop, and I'm gonna shoot a big old burning hands, burning the whole thing.
Okay.
I mean, that's guaranteed damage even if he saves, right?
It's true. 12 damage. Can save for half, and he failed.
Okay.
And it hits multiple targets. It's a cone of fire.
Okay. The scorpion's body, you watch as it kind of, like, slumps down to the ground and, smoldering. Okay. Anything else?
Did the eyeball also just kind of crisp up and burn with the body?
You burst the fire. You watch as the scorpion crumbles to the ground, and the eyeball is missing.
Thought I hit the whole thing. It is a cone.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep. No, the eyeball. You don't see the eyeball anymore.
Okay. All right. I just look around for it. That's my turn.
Okay. Sassy. You do anything? Actually, oh wait, hold on. That is not where... It's not your turn yet. I gotta do a thing.
No? Oh, okay.
So after the fire hits, it begins to clear. The scorpion has died. You watch as the shell begins to like burst open, and you watch as this thing kind of like bursts
Yeah.
out of the
I
body.
don't like that thing.
Yeah.
I feel beholden.
Yeah.
You removed it from the turn order, by the way.
Yes, I forgot to. I gotta add this guy to the turn order because it's a new token, and it got a 15.
There
So
we
it's right after Insuno. So it bursts out of the scorpion's body, and you watch as it's got like 6 different eyes all swirling around and several tentacles.
Alrighty.
Okay. Let's see.
I would formally like to say no thank you.
Send it back.
No. No thank you.
Let's see what we got. 3, 5, and 6. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Who's gonna be targets? Let me roll 3d4s. 2, 2, 1. So, Insuno and Sassy twice.
Aw, likes me.
So 5 is hitting Sassy. Make a strength save, Sassy.
Strength save. Go. Roll as terribly as you have everything else tonight. You got this. +0. Yeah, I did it.
Okay, you get pushed 15 feet, so you'll end up here. And your movement is halved.
Okay.
I was worried she was gonna push in directly into me.
No, because of the angle, she would go that way. Yeah.
That's good.
Got it. Sassy just rolls terribly.
Now make
Good to know.
a dexterity save.
Me?
Yep.
Will do. Wow.
Hey, there we go.
There you go.
So 7.
You managed
Hooray.
to dodge all the damage.
All of it.
So
Nice.
you get hit with one ray and it pushes you back. I just imagine you kind of like flumping back and going under the water as this other ray of fire shoots at you.
I
And-
just matrix it.
Yeah, you basically go under the water and the ray hits the water and then you kind of like are standing back up after the ray has passed. And then Insuno, I need you to make a wisdom save.
Okay. Theoretically, that should be okay. We'll see.
Theoretically. Very good. We love it. We love to see it.
Okay. The ray hits you and you feel yourself getting woozy and like tired, but you manage to like resist it and shrug it off.
Okay.
Okay. Sassy,
Yes.
at the start of your turn, looking at this creature, you feel a force overcoming you, and I need you to make a wisdom save.
Ooh, does Sassy know what fear is?
I wouldn't say fear, I guess. You feel a sensation affecting your mind. 15? Okay, you resist it.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. How's your
Sassy
turn?
thinks it's gas.
It's now your turn.
Okay. Nothing has. Well, I was going to say nothing has worked against this thing, but the other part of me was like, no, that's not right. Nothing of yours has hit.
There's the bit.
You've used Ray of Sickness. You've attempted to use Inflict Wounds. I think she's just gonna throw her pod again.
Do it. We believe in you.
You can do it.
Pot, go!
Hey!
Yep.
There you go.
You hit.
Yay!
Roll your damage.
Oh, yay! No! Oh my god.
3 damage. It's a pot.
I got a nat 1.
Oh.
So you
Sassy just rolls terribly.
chuck the pot and it careens through the air. You just hear the thud as the metal hits it right in the temple. And it kind of like does like a little like careen spin out of the way after getting hit. And then your pot flies back to your hand.
Sassy will look proud.
Okay. Silas, it's your turn. Remember, your movement is halved.
Not a problem. I will move up 10 feet.
Okay.
And I will attack.
We believe in you. Oh.
9 will miss.
At will. Alright.
Your slowed movements as you come in with your sword, you just kind of watch as it kind of like bobs up out of the way of the sword strike. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, Sid, your go.
I am going to
Oh wait,
get...
I forgot to have Silas make a wisdom save on his turn.
Oh no, Silas, wisdom saves.
Wisdom save.
Oh no.
Hey, good.
Okay, you're good.
We got some wise people in our party.
Sid, I need you to make a wisdom save at the start of your turn.
What? Who would have guessed?
You're fine. Okay.
Excellent. I'm going to use Shape Water, and I am going to lift water from directly below him to directly on top of him in a 5-foot cube. He is now effectively... I realize that he's larger than the 5-foot cube, but it is basically right up in his face.
Okay.
And that's my action. I don't have any bonus actions. That's my turn.
Okay. Okay. And Suno, make a wisdom save.
Oh, okay. Another wisdom save. Da-da-da-da. Here we go. Did I make it? No,
You do not. You are stunned until the start of its next turn.
Okay. It's not too far away.
It basically means you skip this turn.
I lose my turn. Yeah.
Sad.
Okay.
Moment.
Its turn. He's going to do 3. Okay. We're going to do targets first, and then what ones it's doing. So 1, 2, 3. So Sid is getting targeted twice, and Insuno once.
I did just put water all up in its face. So.
Okay, so Sid's target first is number 1. Do you have any magic items on you?
Nope.
Do you have any potions or anything?
Nope.
Nothing?
The closest I have is my, I have a spellcasting focus. It's the closest to any magic items I own.
Okay. Okay. So the ray will hit you and then it'll do nothing. Okay, then we're targeting Ensuno with a 6. So make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Be wise. We believe.
Don't know. Yep. All right. Roll. Up and do. Oh, worse.
Oh. Ensuno, you fall asleep. Nap time.
It's just yawning. That token, he's not yelling. He's just yawning. He's yawning at you.
Yep. So you are asleep for 1 minute or until you're awakened. You getting attacked wakes you up.
Right.
Or an act. Someone using an action to do so, I assume.
Yes. Okay, and then the Sid, you're being targeted with number 4. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, have we seen this one before?
Take
20.
that.
You're all good. You feel your body beginning to like seize up as you're hit with that ray, but you manage to resist it.
Built like a rock.
Okay. That is. He'll shift out of the water. He's not a fan of that.
He just moved away from someone and can have an attack of opportunity.
Yes, he did.
Silas.
On it. Let's see. Hit good, hit good, hit good. There we go.
Yeah.
Ooh, 6 damage. Okay. I'm gonna throw a little marker on.
I'm asleep.
Yeah. Is there Z's? Why is there no Z's?
I know that's a pretty obvious one.
I'll just put time on a time thing on you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sassy.
Oh, okay. My turn.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I don't make it.
You are stunned until the start of its next turn. So you cannot act this round.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. I've only been useful once.
Hmm.
Silas, your turn.
I assume a wisdom saving throw.
Yes, a wisdom saving throw.
Too bad it's not one of those you save once and it doesn't happen again kind of situations.
Yeah.
And this wouldn't be a very tough fight.
Then Dan wouldn't be able to kill us.
22. You are all good.
Cut him down.
Just look at me.
That does not hit.
Oh.
Okay. Anything else, Silas? I'm gonna take your silence as a no.
No, that's it.
Okay. Sid, your go.
I am stunned, I assume.
Yes, you get stunned. Okay. Ensuno, you're asleep. It's back to its turn, so everyone who is stunned is no longer stunned.
Until he stuns me again. Woohoo!
Is it? Do I get the feeling that it's if you're looking at it, would averting my gaze prevent me from getting stunned?
You feel like that might help. It seems to happen, like, it definitely solidified when you locked gaze with its central eye.
Okay.
Okay. One to each of you. Look at that. So, Silas, you're getting hit with number 5. Strength saving throw.
Right after Silas, can I go because I need to tuck someone in?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep. Your turn is after. Oh yeah. I'll have you roll. Okay.
Thank you.
You get pushed 15 feet. And your speed is halved. Sassy, you're getting targeted with number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Con save.
Con save. Okay. It's one of my higher ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're totally fine. You kind of like block it with your frying pan.
With my pot.
Oh, with your pot. Sorry. With your
It's
pot.
okay.
Okay, and then Sid, you're being targeted with number 1 again. Has no effect on you.
Because of the no magic items?
Yes. Okay.
I'm poor, bitch.
Sassy, it's your turn.
BRB. Oh, okay.
And then
never mind.
you're free to go for a round.
Okay.
Make a wisdom save.
Oh yeah, wisdom save.
This might be a very short turn.
Probably.
Yep, you get stunned again.
Alright, guys. See you soon.
Okay. Silas, wisdom save. You're fine.
Oh, thank goodness. You are also muted.
You might be muted. Yeah, can't hear anything.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Half speed.
Yep, I can move 10 feet. That shape water is still there, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of up in the air where he was.
So you could dip around it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
Oh.
That's my turn.
Oh man.
before I roll a wisdom save, I actively am avoiding my gaze. I'm not looking at the creature. Does that help?
Yes, it does.
So I don't have to roll a save?
You don't have to roll a save, but you do have disadvantage on anything that targets him because you.
Okay. I say, don't look directly at it. That's what is stunning us. And then I will use my action to change the opacity of the water to be completely opaque, i.e., because shape water allows me to do that. Unfortunately, I can only do one of these at a time. But I can change the water's color or opacity, so I basically make it completely dark.
Okay.
And then would you allow me to... Well, I need to step forward. Would you allow me to kick? as a bonus action? Just trying... I can't wake him up as a bonus action, but
No.
using my cantrip as an action. So I'm going to
You could.
begin
You could
waking up.
Okay. You've started to
waking
nudge him, but he is not stirring yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm actually focusing my attention on on Silas. Remembering whose names is what.
Okay. And Suno, you're still asleep.
Yep.
Back to its turn. Everyone who is stunned is no longer stunned. Woohoo! He's going to do some raise again. Let's see. Sorry, Sassy.
Oh no, Sassy!
Yikes.
Oh no!
Sassy, make a dexterity save. You there, Sassy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, dex save. 3. Okay.
Another fail.
Yep. You get hit with this ray, and you feel the magic that it was imbued into your pot vanish.
I am going to do something shitty. I'm gonna cast Silvery Barbs on that and make you roll it with disadvantage. Not that it's gonna change any effects, but I'm also going to use that to give Silas advantage on his next attack.
Sassy, re-roll it with disadvantage.
Well, you don't have to roll
Oh.
it with disadvantage, but it gives it disadvantage.
Hey,
Just- you have to
might
roll
as
it.
well.
And even if you roll the 20, it still fails.
Right. It's
Oh, okay.
well, that one was wisdom, but still, that
Close
effectively
enough.
allows me to give Silas advantage. That's all.
Okay. Okay. Then you get hit with ray number 4. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Believe in
Yep.
you. Yeah, you got
Again?
targeted off.
You got
Yeah.
hit with all 3 rays.
Okay.
It sees you as a huge
Oh
threat.
my god.
Your
Sassy just rolls shit. Like, I'm not even upset.
you are paralyzed.
It's a 2, a 2, and a 1.
So you're incapacitated, can't speak or move. You automatically fail strength and dex saving throws. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and any attack that hits the creature is a critical if the attacker is within 5 feet. You can repeat this save at the end of each of your turns to end the effect.
All right.
Then I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh my god. Okay. Really? This one? This one's the 20?
Well, you don't fall asleep.
I'm pretty sure
Hooray.
she's immune to sleep, isn't she?
Oh, yeah,
as a
yeah.
robot?
She's a construct. Yep. No,
So.
that one doesn't work on you, anyways.
Oh,
Okay.
that's so good. Well,
You keep that one.
Okay.
that's why you rolled a nat 20.
Sassy,
Gotta
it's your turn, but you're paralyzed. So I'm not gonna have you roll anything, because well, I guess you can do your wisdom save, Constitution save, at the end of the turn.
Also, you might not have been at your chair when I said it, but Sid explicitly called out that don't look directly at it, because that's what's making us roll wisdom saves at the beginning of all of our turns. Not that it matters this turn. Yeah, but
I am going to cast message and say to the group, I think I have rusted. I cannot move.
aww.
My apologies. And that'll be my turn.
Constitution saving throw at the end of your turn.
Okay. Oh my god.
Okay,
It's another nat 1 for that same save.
so you're still paralyzed. Okay,
Mhm.
Silas, it's your turn.
Now, I called out not to look at it. You can choose to look at it and have to roll the wisdom save, but you will have advantage because I gave you the thing. Or you could roll your attack roll flat because you're not looking at it, but you also have advantage. Crazy shit.
21, you're fine.
Aha, you looked at it. And I don't think that used your advantage.
What does Silvery
didn't.
Barb say?
I'm looking at
Does
it.
it say the next roll or to?
It does say the next attack, ability check, or saving throw. So
So it would. Unfortunately, it would go to that.
Yeah.
But you still get to do a normal attack against it now. That unfortunately doesn't hit. Okay. Anything else, Silas?
Sorry, that's my turn.
Okay. Sid.
I want to. I'm going. I want to use my action. I want to use 2 actions, but I can't. So we're gonna take my opaque water, and we're going to
Heck, use
I'm
my action.
lol. I'm going. If I could, I'm going to take my water. It still exists. I'm just changing it slightly. It is now. I'm going to change it into a shape like that, and I can't do it at an angle. Damn it. We'll just draw a line. I'm basically gonna put it like that and block its face. It's intersecting it to the point where it's like I'm trying to create a visual wall, and I'm trying to do it in a way that it won't be able to hit us without moving next round, but its butt is like the lower half of it is still visible, if that makes sense. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
I think.
Basically, I want to cut off its line of sight to us.
Okay.
Or actually, I'm just gonna envelop it in water. I'm just gonna turn it a water bubble around it, effectively again, around its main eye, focusing on its main eye. And I'm watching my water, not the eye.
Okay.
That circle looks really funny because of the eye.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. And Suno, you're having funny dreams.
Sorry.
Yep.
I'm just catching up on my sleep.
Okay.
I mean, at least you're getting sleep.
It's turn. It's gonna shift out of the water. That's gonna.
Attack of opportunity from Silas if he.
Yep.
Swing good, swing good.
Ooh,
There we go.
Yeah.
You ain't good damage.
Do you have any smites left?
Only time I've been able to hit it is when it moves.
You know, that might have been part of my consideration on making it move. I was like, it's gonna move. I might as well just.
Okay. Nothing else. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Never mind. That was a
It's
reaction.
turn now.
Yes. Okay. Let's see who's being targeted. Pew.
Go ahead, do it. Do it to me.
I
Bring
don't
it.
think you're on there. You were number 1 last time, so.
Yep. That is 2 at Silas, 1 at
Sassy.
at Sid.
Ow.
Okay.
Okay, so first one is against Silas. That's number 5. Strength save.
I believe in you.
Thanks doing this one to you.
You get pushed 15 feet
Ugh, rude.
into the water. Okay. 3. This is to Sid. I need you to make a dexterity save.
I refuse.
For 19 fire damage.
I will, as a reaction, absorb elements.
Okay. For 9 fire damage.
Cool. It goes into my So here's an interesting thing. The verbiage So, because I have my arcane ward, it would take the 9 damage, but then because I cast an abjuration spell, I would gain some of those back. Since it was at max, do we do the damage first and then the shield healing, or do we do...
Your
How do you wanna do it?
Spell is reacting and changing the amount of damage, so the spell is cast before the damage hits you. So your ward would go down 9.
Okay,
Yes?
copy that.
And then the next abjuration spell you cast. If you had been down on your shield,
Next time it'll heal.
next time it will heal. Yes.
Okay, that's fine. I just needed to check on order of operations. So
Yes.
I took 9 to my shield, which means I didn't actually take any, and now I have stored some fire damage on my next melee attack.
Okay, and then Silas, you're getting targeted with a wisdom save. Oh, good. I was about to be like, this is gonna be some fun mechanics.
Paralyzed underwater?
Falling asleep underwater.
Oh, falling asleep underwater? Yeah. Yeah.
That would have been interesting to figure out how that worked. Okay. And that's
I'm gonna go with not well.
paralyzed would have been the only one worse.
Probably, yeah.
Sassy, go ahead and make your Constitution save.
Okay. What?
You are
Yay!
no longer paralyzed. You can act on your next turn. Silas.
On my next turn. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't get to do anything. Sorry, Sassy.
I can't even message.
Technically, you can't, but I'll let you message if you want. Like, it's
fine.
it's not.
It's flavor.
It's flavor.
Yeah. Nah, it's good.
Okay.
So I need to roll a wisdom save because I'm looking at it still.
Yes, you do. You're good.
You're good with those wisdom saves. I'm glad.
I am.
But your movement is halved.
Yeah. Which is fine.
So that's 15. That's half, right?
Yeah,
So
that's
that would be-
15.
Yeah. So that's equivalent to 30.
Let's see. Mm, uh, let's see. Sorry, trying to decide what I'm gonna do.
Hey, you're fine.
I will reach over. He's asleep.
He is.
It's an action to wake someone, right?
Yeah.
And you're close enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach over and shake him awake. Asuno.
Okay. Yeah. You have to use your action. He is awake. He's waking up. Okay.
And that's it.
Sid.
Alright, I'm done with this whole attempting to water block him. I'm gonna cast Shatter on this motherfucker. Because I don't have to, because it's an AoE kind of thing, I don't have to look directly at him for it.
Okay.
And he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. God damn, that's not the greatest damage, but oh well.
He will fail. So 14.
Excellent, he takes 14 damage.
What thunder?
And actually, let me double check the verbiage on something real quick. Shit. I thought that absorb elements lasted, but
It's
since
only
I
for the
haven't hit him,
round.
it's only for the round. So I'm gonna step forward and just be kind of harassing him and interposing myself between him and
Sass.
Sass.
Okay.
Sassafras.
Okay. Y'all done?
Yeah. At least
Okay.
I did some damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Suno, you are on the ground. You're just woken from your slumber.
Oh, can I use my verbiage or my verbiage? Can I tell him, hey, don't look at the monster. It does bad if you look at it.
Okay.
At the end of my turn.
Okay, I'll
Thank you.
since you were right before him.
All right. So I will avert my gaze, stand up, and you know what? I will try another. Since it's a cone, I will just throw burning hands in the right direction.
Okay.
That seems reasonable.
What's the DC?
It's coming up.
14. So he saves. I got a 15.
Okay.
Still half
Okay.
damage though.
Still take 6 fire.
Yep. Okay.
And I'm not looking at directly at it. I'm looking down.
Okay.
At whatever shadow it's casting. So I know where it is roughly.
Okay. Okay. You all done?
Yeah.
Okay. It's its turn, and we're gonna see some more eye rays. So that is Sid for number 1 with a number 5. Strength save, Sid.
Still built like a rock.
15. Yeah, no, you feel it hit you and you just like plant yourself. Okay. Next is Insuno. So both these hit Insuno. I need
Sure.
a Constitution saving throw, Insuno.
Con save. Okay.
And I'm doing them in the order they were rolled, just so you are aware.
Mm-hmm.
14.
14.
You save.
Hmm.
You,
Shit.
you feel your body begin to stiffen as the paralyzation tries to take hold. I need you to make a dexterity save now.
Yeah, what dex? That's gonna be harder. Well, we'll see. Who knows? Should.
You resist, and you're fine. Ooh, that would have not been a good one if you'd missed.
That was a lot of damage.
That was a lot of damage.
I
Really.
think the only damage it does is that attack. So.
Yeah. Okay. Sassy. You're unparalyzed. Are you looking at it?
Nope.
Kate. Remember your pot lost its magic.
Oh, I do. Let's see. I will. I will drop my pot. And how close is it to me?
Pretty
10
close.
feet.
Oh. Okay.
You could move forward 5 feet and be within melee if you need.
I'm gonna. Yeah. I just want to be close enough that I can touch it.
Mm-hmm. That would be 5 foot forward.
So there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then I'm going to try and inflict wounds on it.
Okay.
I believe in you!
You do have disadvantage.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I roll shit anyways.
Sorry.
We need to cleanse your digital dice, my dear.
What's funny is that these same dice work great for Pasha,
Mm-hmm.
but they're shit for.
They're just role-playing the
Sassy.
fact that you're only level 3.
So now I'm out of spell slots,
Oof.
Okay.
having none of the spells actually take hold.
Oof.
Fun times.
Sorry.
And that's the end of my turn.
Silas,
think- All I've done is hit him with a pot once.
you dealt damage.
One.
Right. Move forward.
You keep an eye contact.
I am.
Okay. Roll your wisdom.
I should probably move back and roll wisdom first. Just in case.
Oh, no.
You're stunned.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Sid. Keeping your eyes averted.
Mm,
Any more AoE attacks?
I have one more AoE. I'm gonna keep my eyes averted and just try and shatter it again.
Okay.
Kapow.
That is a con.
Con. Silvery barbs, bitch.
14.
Still saves. Damn it.
Ah,
I tried.
You
Still
tried.
takes half damage though.
don't forget the advantage.
And yeah, I'm gonna give advantage to. I guess Insuno's next. Let's give him the advantage. I don't know if he's gonna need it for anything, but that'll allow you to shoot it with a direct attack and still avoid eye contact.
That's fair.
Okay. And Suno, your turn. I assume
Okay.
you were done, Sid, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I could do something a little different, I suppose. Hmm.
It's so close. If it had failed that save, it would be dead.
You're keeping your eyes averted, I assume?
I am.
Okay.
Let's see. I wanted to die.
don't want to give it one more turn?
Better if I don't, I feel. Oh.
I like that none of us have actually taken damage yet. My shield has taken damage, but that's it.
Yeah.
We managed to make the deck saves, which is nice.
Yeah, no, you guys keep making that number 3 save. He's not rolling it as often as I would have expected him to.
Mm-hmm.
He really likes pushing Ensuno. I know, I mean Silas.
Yeah.
To
This
be
is
fair,
awesome.
Silas did absolutely destroy the monster it was hiding in, so.
Yeah.
That's true.
He's like, nope, stay away from me. You're dangerous up close.
But what am I trying to do then? You know, why not? I'll do something a little different. All right. So, using my advantage, since I'm not exactly looking, but I kind of know where it is, I'm going to drop a guiding bolt on
Do
normal
it.
roll.
So normal roll.
Oh, what's 13? I think I don't know.
That
And a 14.
misses.
I don't know.
Oh, so close. I'm
I
sorry.
was gonna say its AC is 14, isn't it?
No, it's not, but it's
Oh.
pretty close. Ah. Okay. Anything else, Ensuno?
Nope, that's all I got.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. We're just gonna do more eye rays. He's liking the effects of that.
One could say he's pretty irate.
Ensuno, Sid, and Sassy. So, Ensuno, you're getting hit with a wisdom save.
Alright.
He really thinks you need to take a nap.
Oh, he does. I'll just go and take a nap.
You're back asleep, yes. Next was Sid. You have no magic items on you.
Ha ha.
I need to re-roll this 6 for a 3. Sassy, make a dexterity save.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh!
What?
Holy crap.
What?
Don't fail.
Please make your save.
Are you kidding? This is me.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
What happens? Do I die?
You are blasted with a ray of fire that deals 38 damage.
Okay.
How much did you just...
I am
Did you be
passed
unconscious?
out.
Yeah.
Fuck out. And I'm
Right.
asleep.
Okay,
Hey, DM, do I know that she has a healing potion? I probably would have been there when she made it.
probably, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
She wouldn't necessarily keep it secret. It's not like she's trying to hide it.
And we all share a bedroom, so.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put the X through you to say that you're unconscious.
Ah!
Okay.
It's so terrifying!
X marks the spot, guys.
Okay,
Come and get you some.
you watch as Sassy gets hit with a ray of fire and just collapses to the ground.
This is what I get for saying you haven't dealt any damage yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
you're
fault.
right.
Sassy, I need you to roll a d20.
Alrighty. Come on with those nat 1.
No, nat 20.
Oh my god.
Yeah! Woo!
So
I'm mildly irritated and proud.
Hey, I would much rather you nat 20 on a death save.
So, yeah,
Stabilize
you
at 1 hit point.
stabilize, right? At 1 hit point, yeah.
Mhm.
So you get hit with the fire blast, and you fall down, and as you're falling, something clicks, and your system reboots a little bit, and you're at 1 hit point.
Amazing.
How peculiar.
Oh.
It has dawned on me that this creature is very hostile.
You don't say, love.
Silas, your turn.
But I just did. All the confusion.
Silas.
You're stunned.
Okay.
Okay. Sid, your turn.
I'm a fucking punch it with my goddamn quarterstaff.
Okay, are you looking at it to do this?
Nope.
Okay. You'll miss. Okay.
Honestly,
And soon
Ah.
you're asleep.
God damn it. Oh my god.
Back to its turn.
I mean, I can always spare the dying someone.
Sassy Silas.
Okay.
All right.
Sassy was first. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Strength save.
Strength save.
Even though, oh my god, you're laying prone and you're gonna get pushed 15 feet if you fail. What even is this game?
You get rolled
You-
into the water.
You just hear grinding noises.
oh, no.
4. Okay, Silas, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, thank god.
You resist the paralyzation, but
Because
because you're stunned,
Silas? Oh shit.
you automatically fail the dex save for 25 fire damage as it hits you square in the chest.
Okay.
But you're not paralyzed.
Nope.
It's a good thing you have pally hit points, not mage hit points.
Right.
Okay. And that's the end of its turn. Sassy.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute, he stops being paralyzed at the beginning of the monster's turn. You've said that multiple times. He stops being stunned.
Yes. Never
So
mind.
he gets to roll a save on
You
that.
are correct. My bad. Sorry. I forgot about that.
Alright, next save. You might not take that damage.
Oh, it's
So what now?
DC saving throw is 14.
Yes. Dexterity saving throw. Sorry, you're not stunned anymore because his turn. It's his turn, so you're unstunned.
Okay. So.
You get to make that save.
Yes, you do get to
Yeah.
make the save. Sorry,
Okay.
I got ahead of myself and I missed that.
Oh.
You take the damage. So yes.
Okay.
Ugh.
Okay. Sassy, it's now your turn. Sorry.
And I'm laying prone in the water.
Yes.
And it takes half your movement to stand up, and your speed is halved.
Okay.
So basically, you have 5 feet of movement.
Wait. Takes half my movement to get up, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
And your speed is halved because of the ray you were hit with.
Wait. Okay, so I go from 30 to 15 because it's half,
Mm-hmm.
and then it takes half, so like 7.
7.
One square.
So-
basically 5. Yeah.
Yes, you are correct.
But you can get out of the water if you wanted. Woohoo!
Yeah. Boop.
Throw your
And-
pot. Do it.
You can still throw your pot. It would be funny if you hit him and knocked him out with the pot. That would
Okay,
be so
okay.
funny.
I'll try and throw my pot.
Try to throw your pot.
My God, guys, you won't believe it. It was on 14 and it slowly turned to a 20.
Oh my god.
Like, I watched it slowly turn.
Hey, say it, Sassy. How would you like
Yeah.
to do this?
I want to slowly crawl out of the water and just go, I am going to hit you with my best shot. and then I'm gonna hit it directly in like its big eye. And then after it falls down, I'm going to say my new catchphrase. Threat neutralized. And then I'm just gonna like put my head back down on the ground like,
Okay. There is one more thing that happens as it dies.
It makes me so pleased.
Can you roll damage? I want to see what it would have been.
Yeah, sure. 4.
Amazing.
Well,
Well, this doesn't include the crit.
so that's
weirdly.
another D4. Another D4.
Okay, another D4. 1. 5.
Amazing.
5
Total
damage.
5.
Hey, it was enough to kill it.
It was enough.
I finished it off by only hitting it twice.
Amazing.
Everybody within 10 feet
Which is all of us.
needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, scheisse.
Macbeth.
As he detonates upon death.
It wakes me. Maybe.
Can Sassy be saved because they're laying half in the water?
It's not fire damage, so no.
damn.
Who's missing? I don't see Sid.
No.
So I-
I'm
no.
up there.
I'll sit
I was-
there.
Oh,
I
Sid,
rolled before you said the
Save
thing.
because I'm asleep. I figured I don't.
you auto-fail, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so all of you take 15 force damage.
I
Okay.
drop.
Oh, but that wakes me up.
You are awake now, yes.
I pass out. Am I making a death save?
I think we're still in turn order
Yes.
until the death saves are resolved.
Yes, until you're stabilized. So Silas and Sassy both drop.
Yep.
Okay. We're moving on to Sassy's turn, so go ahead and roll your save, Sassy.
Good times. Wow, that was crazy. Oh yay!
Look at you.
19, Kate. That's a success. Silas, go ahead and roll a death save.
Alright. Where can I? There we go.
Okay, you succeed one. Sid.
I'm immediately going to run to here, and I'm going to grab her healing potion, and I'm going to feed it to her
Okay,
as my action.
so 2d4 plus 4.
Do I roll or does she?
Either or.
Well, I already did it. So you gain
Okay.
9 hit points back.
Woohoo!
Okay, Sassy, you're alive.
As I wake up, I gasp and I say, "Father, is that you?"
Nah, sorry, sweetie, just me.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
And Suno.
And Suno, you're now very violently awoken.
Well, I look around. I see Silas on the grounds. I see Sid tending to Sassy. I put my hand on Silas, and I cast Cure Wounds. My last available slot.
Yay!
15.
Oh,
Okay.
that fight was crazy.
That was such a
Yeah.
fun fight.
We're like
That
all
was-
at full health until like the last 2 rounds of combat when 2 people go down.
That was ridiculous. I like how I barely landed any shots, but the last shot was my shot.
Hell yeah.
That was kind of just beautiful. Thank you, Dice. Thank you. I'm not even mad. It's
Oh,
just funny.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are done with the fight, yes.
So who's got the Steelamajig to shove down that hole?
There was 2 vials. Who was carrying one vial and who was carrying the other vial?
I'll volunteer to carry a vial.
No.
We didn't explicitly state it earlier, but
No, it's true.
I'll have one.
I could have one too. I don't know how well that works. We all got smacked around, so I don't know if we need to check. if they're intact.
I'll say you guys are fine. They're
Oh,
Yeah, once Sassy is awake again, I'm gonna just walk over, and as I walk on the water, it just freezes under my feet because I'm using my spell, and then I will just dump it right straight onto the black ooze in the center of this pool.
okay.
then we're gonna watch and make sure the ooze is all gone.
Yeah.
So you watch as the liquid is kind of silvery in consistency inside the bottle. As you tip it and you pour it, you watch as it exits the bottle, it kind of shimmers and shifts into a gold.
Oh.
It pours into the water, and you watch as it kind of disperses out, and the tendrils begin to like pull back in and recede.
Excellent. I keep an eye on it to make sure it all goes away.
And they eventually the gold completely envelops the tentacles, or the tendrils, and you can no longer see them. And it seems as if you have completed your mission.
Yay! I walk back over, and I will dismiss my water orb thingy that is back. I can't click on it because you're the one who put it there last.
Oh, did I? Okay, Control Z'd it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna come back over here and be like, we should take a break before we head back. Any objections?
No, we could probably use one of these cabins or something. Are there beds?
There's benches and stuff,
Yeah.
Benches and
stools.
I'm gonna go make some tea. Make some tea. Just regular tea.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can go ahead and take a short rest.
Yay!
Spend some hit dice if you want.
I'm gonna spend a little hit dice because I took a lot of damage.
I might
Good.
as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I will.
Anything else besides hit dice?
Oh wow! I rolled a good one, and then
Did it fall in the water?
It exploded.
Oh, so no usable parts.
No.
9 plus 8.
Tassels.
That puts me back to full, and I'm gonna collect whatever scraps of the monster we have and put it in a bag. Because this was significantly different than what we encountered before.
Okay.
Oops! I meant to set it to 23, not add 23.
And I will try and recover my pot.
Yeah, no. Your pot is like kind of like floating on the water right near the edge.
Any dents?
There's definitely a smear on it from the thing's blood.
I'll collect it.
Okay.
The blood.
Okay.
And I'm using Arcane Recovery to get 2 first level spell slots back.
Okay.
Okay. Feel better.
You
School's gonna be
you notice while you guys are taking your rest that the natural life around the area begins to come more alive as time goes. Like, there's more noise, like, just, like, natural noise. Before, it was rather quiet, like, with the occasional, but there's a lot of noise now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sass. Oh, sass.
Well, at least I know I'm consistent.
Oh boy.
Critical one way or another.
Yeah, you're flipping coins over there.
Yep. I mean, it kind of makes sense, you know, Warforged. I mean, Ironbound, you know.
Flipping coins. Yeah. After we have had our short rest, I guess, unless we have anything else to do we head back down?
Okay. Head back.
Boop,
Okay.
boop, ba-doop.
Okay. Yeah, no, you guys take a couple hours to trudge back through the swamps. When you arrive back, you head to the professor. And yeah, they're like, oh, you've returned.
Yeah, turns out you were right. There was a big scary monster. When we killed it, a different big scary monster popped out. Big bulbous thing, lots of eyes, some eye tentacle stalks, some regular tentacles,
Oh.
shot lasers at us.
Oh,
Very hostile.
that is quite the feat there.
I gathered as much of the remains as I could in case it's useful for, and she'll hand over a bag of remains.
I will show a cloth with the creature blood on it.
She'll be like, oh, of course. Let me put these somewhere, and then she'll take them from you and be like, thank you. I will definitely put this down on the record that you completed the job. You did complete the job, yes.
Oh, absolutely. Did
Did you need?
you know that the liquid turns?
Oh,
Oh, we only used the one.
right past the other vial. We only used one.
Of course, wonderful.
The liquid, it's actually really pretty when it turns from silver to gold as you pour it out. It's very pretty.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
I think it's. I think it has something to do with the celestial magic of cleansing the affliction.
It seems reasonable enough. I say, glancing at our two celestial casters.
And she'll store the vial away and set the bag and the rag or whatever you hand her of the monster in
Yeah.
on her one of her work tables behind her.
Yeah.
She'll be like, well, I will jot this down on your record. And yes, thank you for completing the job swiftly too.
Do we get graded on this? Is this an A quality project?
So you fought the I believe they're called Goth. Goth, the eyeball monsters, yes. And she'll flip through her book and she'll like turn a book page to you and you'll see one of the things.
Ah, yep, that looks like what we fought.
Okay.
Affirmative.
I know. Don't you mean S rank work?
S rank. Ah ha ha ha. S rank for sure.
She'll be like, it was quite impressive work. A Goth is a very deadly foe.
Indeed.
Made me sleepy.
You all seem to have gotten a little roughed up, but you seem like you're held up pretty well.
We defeated it with a pot. And I'll show her my pot.
It was
So-
actually an impressive throw.
She'll just kind of like look at you like, you killed it with a pot?
And a lot of fire.
And a lot of fire.
A lot of fire.
Okay.
A little bit of thunder damage.
She'll be like,
It was a hot pot.
I high five you.
Yay! She hives pipes back.
Yeah.
The professor will be like, well, not to critique your methods, you defeated it, and cleansed the... There was affliction at the wellspring, I assume, yes?
Oh yeah.
Considering there was a goth there, that only makes sense.
Black, tentacly looking, gooey stuff for sure.
You said it burst from another creature?
Yeah, it was a large scorpion looking thing.
Oh, yeah. Scorpions are pretty common in the swamps.
It's huge.
They do get very giant. This thing the scorpion must have gotten some of the affliction under it, and it grew into the goth.
Yeah,
They
was great. There
are
was this
very
one-
parasite-like.
there was this one part where the scorpion was still alive, but there was this one eye tentacle pointing out at us. It was
Ooh.
very scary.
That's disgusting.
It was pretty great, honestly. Anyway, yeah, is that our assignment for the day? What do we do next?
They'll be like, I did manage to get your itinerary here, and she'll hand you over your schedule and be like, these are your classes. It's usually just one a day kind of thing, and it's just basically like the general education stuff. And it tells you, and she's like, today was just a day to familiarize yourself with the campus. So
Definitely familiarized ourselves with the swamp, but yeah, go on.
of course, feel free to go wander the rest of the campus. There's still several hours of daylight. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.
Delightful. I gonna go wander the campus then. Y'all wanna come with me? I mean, would you like to all come with me?
I think I'm gonna retire.
That's fair. Fair enough.
Just want to get something to eat before you go and retire.
Seeing what came out of that scorpion, no thanks.
All right, we'll see you back at the later.
Okay.
Don't look under the bed. And then I'll just follow Sid.
Lol.
The professor will smile at you guys as you guys walk out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. So Silas, you're heading back to your dorm room,
Yep.
and the rest of you going out for food.
Yeah, just kind of, walk the campus, familiarize yourself.
Okay. Yeah, well, in the main central area of the campus, they do have several, like restaurant and cafe styles with very large amount of seating for, like, people who are studying for, like, tests and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Big old food court.
Yep, basically. They're all their individual buildings, but they're all kind of, like, around a giant, like, open-air court. Or open-air area, basically. So, like,
Cool.
it's like a strip mall, essentially, but, like, food court style.
Nice.
You guys do notice that in the center of the courtyard, there is one of the other teams that you remember. They were actually team number 1.
Ah.
The first 4 people called up, and you see them over there performing magic and basically kind of like showing each other what they can do, and like basically a training exercise, essentially.
Were they at the ceremony where the bear attacked?
They did not go to the ceremony.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll keep an eye on them from a distance and, like, subtly taking notes on what their abilities are.
One of them appears to be a hand-to-hand combat fighter, but you watch as they throw punches, you see like fire leap from his hands. You see another one that has like a little like fire creature that kind of is like running around and stuff like that. You see another one.
Like one who has a pet that's a fire creature?
Yes. You see another one that is wearing full plate mail, and you see that he has a holy symbol to the god of the forge. I cannot remember exactly which one that is. I will have to look real quick.
That's fine. We can cover that later.
Yeah. I don't remember his name. Then there is one more. He's kind of like holding himself like in like a cocky, like he's better than everyone else kind of like posture. He's like the I'm the like but you see that he's got a sword, and as he's swinging it around, you watch as it kind of like lights on fire. So this group all seems to have a lot of fire-based magic. They seem to be very fire-focused.
Yeah, I was gonna say fire hands, fire pet, god of the forge, and fire sword. That's a lot of spicy. Okay.
They seem to be a little hot-headed.
That one's got some pretty hot hands.
Yes, warm to the touch.
They're there for a little while. You guys are probably eating food.
Yeah, just whatever seems probably something hearty, because she worked up an appetite today. She probably eaten some sort of like big burrito.
Okay.
I will watch them eat while I clean my pot.
Okay. Not too long after you guys are eating, two of that group, the group kind of wraps up, and two of them leave. The one with the little fire friend and the sword fighter, they kind of go off their own ways. But the two girls, the hand-to-hand fighter and the forge cleric, head over your direction, actually. And they're walking by, and they kind of glance over, and they see you, and be like, "You guys are Team 7, right? New recruits?"
That's awesome.
Most of our team, yeah.
They'll walk up and be like, "Hello." The hand-to-hand fighter will hold out her hand and goes like, "My name's Maki. Nice to meet you."
Pleasure to meet you, Maki. I'm Sid.
And the other one will come out, and she will hold out her hand and goes, "My name's Iris. Nice to meet you."
Pleasure to meet you.
Iris.
We're one of the other new recruits this year. Our teammates decided to go about their own business for the rest of the day.
Fair enough. One of ours is already headed back as well. It's been a long day. What have you been up to today? Any fun excursions killing monsters?
No, we've just been exploring the campus, working on learning each other's abilities. It's hard to be in a team if you don't know each other's what everybody's capable of.
It's true. I saw you I say to Maki, you seem to be able to conjure fire in your hands. Is that right? You some sort of wizard, or
I've trained in martial arts for my whole life, and it manifested one day. I'm able to shoot magical flames from my hands and feet.
Most
Very nice.
And she'll kind of like ready up a punch, and then she'll throw a punch, and you'll watch as the fire actually like shoots like 15 feet out from her.
Very nice. Very impressive.
And she'll be like, it was just innate talent that I discovered one day, and I decided that I wanted to serve the Empire by becoming a knight.
I'd show off some of mine, but we were fighting in the woods or in the swamp recently, and kind of took a lot out of me.
Oh, you guys went to explore in the swamp?
Yeah, we had a special mission we were given to
Oh,
go
they
clear out
already...
the monster.
You already got the attention of a professor, I see.
Yeah, still not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but you know.
Well, you increase you move through the ranks by impressing the teachers.
That's fair. I'm usually more of a studier than a go out and murder things, but no, I'll do my best.
So I'll be like, well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm sure we'll see each other around. And we're gonna
Sure.
grab some food.
I recommend the burritos; they're awesome.
Okay. And they'll be like, have a good rest of the day. And then they'll head off.
Hot. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I think I probably head back to the room shortly after this.
Okay. Yeah. So, I think... Sorry, what was that?
Do we have a schedule for classes
Yeah,
that are coming?
you do. We're gonna just glaze over the like normal classes, just simply for it's simply for RP basically.
Sure.
Sassy would probably explore more.
I'll walk with you, Sassy.
Okay.
Excellent.
I seem to have a lot of energy, like I've been sleeping a lot today.
One could say you were.
I don't know, I just remember waking up from the ground a couple of times, but man. Okay, it was a good nap.
I could not move.
I guess you're kind of napping too then.
In a way.
So we're kind of restless and need to move around.
Agreed. Sassy is always restless.
Okay. So you guys wander the rest of the school grounds and kind of like learn the layout kind of stuff.
We check like the little shops and stuff, where, you know, just so we know where more or less where everything is, or at least we think we do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will also try and seek out the library too.
Perfect.
The source of knowledge.
Yep. There is a massive library at the center, at the heart of the college.
Sassy doesn't get excited, but she does get excited.
Are there any temples on campus?
Yes, there are several temples. You could probably find a small. There's a church building on campus that is it's a church to all the gods basically, and then inside there's an altar to each of them. Basically, it's to allow everyone a place of worship, basically. Because a lot of the knights are worshippers of different deities.
Alright, makes sense.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, so your day goes pretty chill for the rest of it. Y'all return to your room. Is there any other RP you guys want to do for the evening? Or do we want to wrap it up? I know some of us have work tomorrow, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good to wrap it up.
Yeah, I'm fine with rapping.
Okay. Well, we will call it a night here. You all will get to increase to level 4.
Yay!
And thanks for watching, YouTube. We'll catch you next time.
Bye, YouTube!
Bye, YouTube.